And now to the second of our three-part series looking at China's economy. Today we focus on how the economic slowdown in China is affecting the Korean economy. Arirang's Hwang Ji-hye has the story, and she starts by giving us some export numbers.
Korea's exports to China dropped by almost 0.5% last year, a stark contrast from the average annual growth of over 20% from 2000 to 2008 and 14% after the global financial crisis. It used to be global demand that determined Korea's exports to China, as Korean firms largely ship intermediary goods to the country. The situation now, however, is quite different.
A majority of intermediary goods exported to China for assembly are now consumed within China. So Korea's exports to China are more affected by the demand in that country than in other nations like the US or the EU.
A recent report shows that a 1 percentage point drop in Chinese growth equals a 0.17 percentage point cut in Korea's GDP. And with China posting its worst growth in 24 years in 2014, prompting the government to focus on boosting domestic consumption, experts say that old business strategies will no longer work.
The consumer market will continue to expand in China, so in the long term, Korean exporters should look into what kind of consumer goods will meet the needs of the Chinese people.
What's even more unsettling is that Chinese firms are now improving their own supply capacity to replace Korean intermediary goods. Many key Korean industries are concerned that their main export items like display screens, steel, and petrochemical products will get squeezed out of China within the next few years. Such changing landscape has raised the urgency for Korean exporters to produce high-quality finished goods catering to China's changing demand. Hwang Ji-hye, Arirang News.